Wow, YouTube, Jeff Lindsay in the garage, August the 7th. It's about 7:30 p.m. And we finished welding up the couple of small patches here and went ahead and hit them with some short strand fiberglass, just kind of letting that harden on up. We'll sand them down. We're going to go ahead and strip these doors, and I was not going to show much of this process because it's been done a lot. Little sheet metal patches on doors is nothing real exciting or new. But what is a little bit exciting for me, we showed the rust or the bubbles on this passenger side door. On the last video, there was two pretty big rust bubbles in here and one along in here. And we went ahead and knocked that down to the metal YouTube, and I'm not sure just what happened or what's going on, but there are no holes in this sheet metal. None whatsoever. There was a little bitty rust deal right here. Again, no holes. I'm thinking that might have just been a paint blister or something. I don't know. Or it may be the beginnings of, but I took that all the way down to the metal. Again, there are no holes, nothing. I mean, it's just smooth as it can be. It's a little discolored, but maybe we dodging a bullet there and don't have to do much patching on this door. Hopefully that's the case. Thought that was worth showing. Kind of surprised me, a pleasant surprise. In this paint, I don't know if it'll pick it up, but you can see some blistering, bubbling looking stuff there. So I don't know, maybe it was just bad paint and it got underneath the paint, or was actually starting to do damage from this side instead of the inside, which would be a whole lot better, I'm thinking. So let me click this thing off. I want to get a flashlight and show you the inside of the doors, YouTube. Alright guys, I'm going to try to show you the inside of the doors. That is the very bottom of the door where most of the problems, I'm assuming, usually occur. And boy, this thing looks good. There's some pine straw and a few leaves in there. The red oxide paint or primer. There's a little discoloration in that back corner back there, and that's what Russ was telling me about. Double R, pretty common area to have some problems, but this is the hinge end of the door, and you can see I was really expecting this thing to be rusted out pretty bad. That looked pretty good. Alright, YouTube, we'll bring you along for some little progress on these doors as we go. There's another shot through the big hole. Really not much going on in there as far as rust, and that is a pleasant surprise. Alright, this is the passenger side door. We'll give you a shot of the driver's side, which is the door that has been replaced. Alright, YouTube, get up here and see if we can give you a shot. Right there was the small patch. Right there was the bigger patch toward the end. And you can see right there to the left of the window stop is where we filled in, patched the hole. And as we go on down toward the end of the door, rust, this one doesn't look bad at all. I see one worm right up there. One little Bondo worm coming through, so obviously there's a hole. Something has happened there. The rest of the inside of this door is not terrible at all. I'm pretty happy. That looks like a hole right there. That looks like a hole. That is seam sealer over the green paint. Scared me for a minute. I thought it was a big old hole. Not a hole. Seam sealer. Right there. You focus in on that right there. Green paint. Huh. Scared me. It looked like a big hole to start with, YouTube, but it's not. There again, we may have got lucky with these doors. It may not be near as bad as I'm thinking. So, one thing that Russ and I had talked about was the style of door. And Russ, if that's what I'm thinking it is, and that's where the window, the thing opens, or no, I'm sorry, this is it right here. Russ, this is the older style door, it looks like, what you were telling me about. That's got the nuts, the cage nuts made into that panel. And we know that the other door is, because there it is right there. So both of these are the older style doors. Obviously this is the one that came on the car, so does not have the riveted in door opening mechanism. It's got the bolt in. There's both of them. All right, YouTube, we're going to get back to work. We've talked enough. We'll bring you back. All right, YouTube, Jeff Lynn's in the garage with you, August the 12th. About 6 p.m. in the afternoon. And we're just getting out to the garage. We worked a little while today, and about 4 hours. We got off, and we just kind of been sitting around, ain't doing nothing. So thought we'd get out in the garage. It's a mess. And it's just gonna get worse unless I get it cleaned up and try to keep it cleaned up. So we did make a little progress on the doors, not a lot. We kind of sanded down our short strand fiberglass a little bit, and we got to get some of the stripping disc to strip this paint. So we're going to order a little bit of that stuff from Harbor Freight probably later on this afternoon, and it'll be here first of the week. That stuff really works good, taking that paint off. Done a good job on them quarter panels. So that's where we at. We just kind of got the doors in the same spot in the garage. The car's still sitting in the same spot. Got some leftover wood there we're going to try to use up in a place or two. We had to make some repairs to the outside of the shop. The double doors were kind of getting in bad shape. There's the back of the house. But we had to replace some of our OSB siding. It was just getting in bad shape. So we've made some repairs to the garage. And I know I've never shown a shot of this thing from the outside, and don't know how much we can see, but I know a lot of people show the outside of it. That's the front of it right there. That's about 55 feet wide by 30 feet deep. So that's what we got, and it's just OSB siding. I'd like to put vinyl on it one day, but it'd be several $1,000s. And right now we're just gonna leave it like it is and put some paint on it once we get all the trim boards back up. That's what we're working with. It's just a big old shop, ain't much to it. Started off as a boat shelter, turned it into a car shelter. All right, YouTube, we'll bring you around. All right, YouTube, Jeff Lynn's in the garage with you about 7 p.m. And done a pretty good quick cleanup on the shop, on the garage. We've got the doors on the outside right in front of the garage, and I think that's where I'm gonna leave them. I'll cover them up for now, but I'm not gonna strip them doors in the shop. It just makes too big a dang mess. we're gonna leave them right there till Monday probably, or Tuesday, and get out here and strip them down. Maybe we'll get them stripping disc in here pretty quick Monday or Tuesday. Don't think it'll take too long. I'm gonna go ahead and wire brush the outside, inside part of them there and take them other hinges off. So that's what we're gonna do. Real exciting stuff, but we're making a video, and maybe somebody will get a little something out of cleaning up. I don't know. I doubt it. But anyway, there's what we're looking at. Once again, it's kind of clean, but it won't stay that way long. So we'll get them doors cleaned up and see just what kind of damage we got to contend with, and we'll bring you back. All right, YouTube. Jeff Lindsay still in the garage on Saturday afternoon. We took one of the driver's side door hinges, the bottom one, and we just sandblasted over a little bit. We didn't get it like we're gonna end up. We just knocked a little bit of the rough stuff off, just so we could kind of see what we're working with. And to start off with, this pin here is bent, you can see, and I hope this shows up good, if it'll focus in there on it a little better. This bushing here is completely worn out. It's actually worn to a sharp end right in there. I know it's probably hard to see, but that, I mean, that thing is, you can see the wobble in it. Same thing on this side. Actually, the bushing is completely gone on this side. So you can see these old heavy second gen doors. I mean, that's what you run into. Anybody that knows anything about them has probably been through this, and this will be my first time replacing pins and bushings. But what I fear is, now that this bushing probably has been gone for a while, is that my hole in the plate part is probably oblong or out of round and might not receive that bushing like it's supposed to, and might not put this piece back where it's supposed to be. So I know anything other than this will be better, but you don't want to start off with an issue, even though that door probably won't be open and closed very little. I mean, like I say, this will just be a every now and then weekend type go to town car. I mean, it's not going to be used every day, but you still don't want to start having problems right out the gate with something simple like this. So I'm going to have to evaluate this piece, which would be this piece, and just see how bad it is. But I'm going to go ahead and order some bushings and pins, take these apart, sandblast them down clean, rebushing everything, put them together, and just see what we end up with, YouTube. It may be where we have to replace them. I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it. That's just the way this car's been from the get-go. It looks like the rest of the bushings are in on the passenger side. You can kind of see them in there. They'll probably be okay to replace as long as you're not on steel. The top one on this driver's side, same way. Both bushings are in there. I know it's hard to see for the crud, but they're in there. So this one is the issue. But we'll get something ordered to work with. More stuff, more money. All right, YouTube, we'll probably upload this video. Let's see where we at on these doors, and then we'll get to work on them. So that's where we at in the Rusty Metal Garage, working on some doors. And I want to thank everybody for watching the videos as usual, and subscribing, and comment, like, all the good stuff. All right, YouTube, we'll do it again.